Hello, everybody. What's up? Today, let me tell you what. Actually, I'm doing this sorting out garbage business almost close to 10 years. And then I throughout distribute the lowest level in the society job. I redeem myself, my business, and then everything financially, even mental health, physical health, and my financial health also. And then, believe it or not, I never disliked this job for last all those time. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I never disliked this job. And then I have been thinking about the fact I still really appreciate this job and feel grateful that I have something to engage myself fully without being distracted by some external temptation. The reason I have come up after was because I still have my dream about my brand, BIGHORN. Honestly, I have some sad story about my brand, BIGHORN, and my previous business, my personal life, everything. I used to have a very big dream is my brand BIGHORN, and then I was, let me say, kind of haunted by the image I created myself. By myself, I create the image of the BIGHORN, and then somehow, how to say, I was haunted. I became haunted by the image of my own brand, and then I became so obsessed, and later I eventually became delusional. Of course, in the during the course of time of the operation of my brand BIGHORN business, I mean, I was too much obsessed, and then also I I had really bad drinking habit. I mean, the heavy drinking every day for such long period, almost like 20 years, and then I became completely alcoholic, complete addiction, and then my delusion became much more serious, and then I was at the point of losing everything, basically, literally everything, including my life. Mentally, I was completely cooked, and financially, I completely devastated, and physically, completely deteriorated, and everything, and my personal life, and my family, my business, everything, like went drain completely, and let me say I went busted, completely busted. There was the thing I've been through, and then once since I start my business, taking everything by myself alone, and then especially this kind of work, and for last 10 years, the time period was the period of my redemption, and then I have been all the time engaged with this job myself. And then of course there are so many things happen every day, and then everything, a lot of stories. But anyway, through this job I became sober, completely free of alcohol addiction. And then my business, of course my business now, what I'm doing is completely different from the previous business. But the brand name is same, BIGHORN. And then through this work, many things improved and developed into the direction of much positive way. And then I was able to regain my strength back, my mental strength, physical strength, and then financial strength, right? I have been thinking about the matter. What motivation has made me keep myself stay in this cold? Just stick to the business, what I'm doing now, with all these kind of trivial work, but without fear, and especially without disliking feeling. I mean it. I mean, I never, for last 10 years time, I've been through so much things, good and bad things, out of while I'm doing this business. A lot of tough, really rough time, whatever, right? So much things, but for last 10 years, while I'm doing this job, very honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I can say I never dislike this job. I never got sick of this job, what I'm doing. And then I've been thinking what has been the motivation to keep myself to stay in my early days resolution when I start this business. And then my answer was this brand, my brand, BIGHORN. That was my motivation. Although I was haunted and then obsessed, and finally I became delusional with my own brand. But very ironically, my brand, my child of my brain, BIGHORN, keeps me stay focused and keep me strong all the time without giving it up. Something, and now I'm looking back after 10 years. I still believe it has been really amazing journey of my redemption. And then I somehow I even feel proud of myself how much I have been focused on what I'm doing now without any devaluation, no matter what others think, what others talk. I just have been very focused and I have been very consistent and all the time sober and thinking positive what I'm doing now. And through this job, I really became to appreciate many things, many values which I neglect or disrespect in my earlier days. And then my inner self never been fully charged than now. So I think this amazing change of myself, let me say growth of myself, and I can value the things even for the things others look down on or put no meaning in it. But now I see the things in a different perspective, putting that things much more meaning. And I really feel grateful about the fact I've grown up to see some great value out of the very trivial work. It changed my attitude toward life. Maybe that is the thing my child of my brain, BIGHORN, my brain, finally that's the thing it wants to bring to me into my life.